Hey everybody, my name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. It's good to see you. It's been a while, and in part, that's just the reality of my life. I travel a lot, and then I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that, but I had it. So apparently, I needed to relax. Sometimes after I do a whole bunch of traveling, it's almost like my body says, okay, you got about 2 weeks before you go out and do something again. Why don't you go ahead and just get sick? Let's get all this done with. So that kind of happened. But I'm feeling really great, and I got a new hat. I wanted to show you guys that. And then I got this awesome shirt, Summer 1980, Camp Crystal Lake, which for those of you who are in the know, that's, of course, or they all went for that first Friday the 13th. So, yeah, pretty precious. And so in light of creepy, weird stuff, including my hair and bizarre beard, I want to highlight just a few books that I am interested in. And I'm kind of looking at it. These are almost like my appetizer for getting ready for spooky season here with October coming up. But if your area is like mine, I'm sure that you're already getting the Halloween paraphernalia put into the forefront of the stores for you to purchase. So we're fast approaching fall and all that good stuff. And as a result, there's a lot of books that are coming out that I'm interested in, and some that I already own that I'm also interested in. They kind of prep you for a little bit of that fun, crazy, spooky stuff. So here's a couple. The first is Joe Lansdale. I want to try a Joe Lansdale book. I don't know if this is where I should start, but Sunset and Sawdust is a book that was within reach. And somebody told me that Joe Lansdale's kind of like if you wanted to read a Stephen King book, but you definitely didn't have the time for 800 pages or something, that this would be your guy. Now, I don't know a lot about Joe Lansdale, and I haven't read anything by him, but this is kind of a little bit of a weird, creepy book. It's basically in the middle of a cyclone, beautiful red-haired Sunset Jones shoots her husband Pete dead when he tries to beat and rape her. So obviously it's going to start out on a real pleasant, precious note. So I don't think that his writing is for the faint of heart. Let's just say that. But anyway, there's going to be let's see here. So the camp raptures general consternation. Sunset's mother-in-law arranges for her to take over for Pete as the town constable. And as if that weren't hard enough to swallow, in Depression-era East Texas, Sunset actually takes her job seriously, and her investigation into a brutal double murder pulls her into a maelstrom of greed, corruption, and unspeakable malice. So, I mean, that's, kind of cool. I'm always a fan of mysteries and even police, stories, but we'll see. So should add a little bit of creep and a little bit of anticipation, and who knows, maybe I'll like it. There's a new book by Agustina Basterica. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this is a collection of short stories, 19 Claws and a Blackbird, and she's most known for, I think, her first book, which was Tender as the Flesh, which I think is her first book that's traditionally published. But Tender as the Flesh is so flippin' weird and creepy. But basically, it's almost like this kind of post-apocalyptic, this idea of a virus that has made all animal meat poisonous. And so this person's job is to kill humans who've been infected, I believe, by the virus. Now, I've not read this yet, but I intend to pick this up and give this a go here. And I was thinking this would be one of my kind of appetizers for spooky season. That's freaking creepy and weird. The whole premise of this thing sounds strange. And a lot of people I know who've read it do really like it. But part of me thinks that maybe I should start with this one because it's short stories. And I love short stories. And this will just kind of give me a taste of Augustina's writing. And from what I've heard, it's phenomenal. And so that might be great for me for a spooky season kind of scenario. And then maybe the other one that's kind of on my radar here is 1984 by George Orwell. I'm a little bit embarrassed that I've not read this yet, but the simple truth is that I was never even assigned it when I was in school, which is odd to me because I took a number of literature classes, even got my undergrad in literature, so in English. And in all of the courses that I was a part of and did, I was never assigned this book. And which I find almost to be a complete travesty. But I do want to read this anyways, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll just kind of sneak that in here right now in this time period, just because it's, it seems fitting, and maybe that'll scratch an itch, because I'm finishing up a number of books right now, and specifically The Passage, which I'm absolutely loving. But I'm going to probably want something else, a little post-apocalyptic. So I'm reading this and absolutely loving it. I've been hearing a lot more people bring up The Passage recently, especially. I think I first kind of got the itch to read this when I saw a video by Josh over there at Red Fury, and then he highlighted this again, and I was kind of already in the throes of it, reading it. So this is kind of worth the hype, I think. I think this works for me, and maybe it works for you. But if you like that idea of kind of post-apocalyptic and really almost like a what's going on kind of vibe, but it's pretty cool. I don't really know if this is any type of special edition. I mean, it says first edition, so and it's in great shape. I'm taking up this stupid half-price book sticker, but anyway, the long story short is that I'm a big fan of this. I should have this finished. Maybe I go from this right into the Orwell's Animal Farm. We'll see. So look, it's been a long time, and I'm just kind of getting back in the saddle, trying to do some videos. And so those are maybe 5 books that I'm looking at for just a little appetizer in the coming months as I get ready for October spooky season. There's nothing in here that's crazy, weird, and different, but let me just show you 1 or 2 more real quick. The last couple books on this kind of appetizer of potential creepy horror, prep for spooky season is Ronald Malfi's Black Mouth. This I've been wanting to read for quite a while, and I think this is kind of right about the right time for me. And then the last 2 are by the same author, Stephen Graham Jones, My Heart is a Chainsaw, and then The Only Good Indians. And honestly, I have never heard anyone say anything bad about Stephen Graham Jones. So people, it just seems like if you like Stephen Graham Jones, you like his stuff. So I'm kind of excited because I want to read this. And honestly, the print doesn't look terribly off-putting. It seems like it's pretty approachable. So between the 2, I'm not sure which first, but probably The Only Good Indians, just because that's had a lot of hype over the years. So anyway, those are kind of some of my stuff I'm thinking about jumping into as I wrap up a couple books here in the middle of August. Hopefully I can do most of these for my September, and we'll see. So anyway, I love this stuff. I hope you do too.